Hi everyone, Zadakh Keerakh here, and today we're gonna do some new Bionicle video reviews. Some 2004 review with the Wave 2, so with some Vakis, and of course because they're all the same, we're gonna do two Vakis in this video. And so the Vakis chose this time are Zadakh, so the brown one, and then I will do Keerakh, the icy one, so the white one. And I think that's all. So we're gonna, just gonna adjust the camera. So here's the canister. As you can see if you look up, if you look on the top, excuse me, it's in triangle shape like the Washi one. As you will see later, it's used the same molds. On the two front side, of course, you have the front pictures also. So with the Vaki itself in his four-legged position, because we'll see later that the Vaki comes with two type of position, one on two legs, the other with four legs, if I can say so, some spider form. As you can see, the background is quite of the same, so with the Colosseum of Metronomy, and then this part I think is different, there with some work, so it's depend on each Vaki. And then we've got, of course, different ground with some stone right here, because it's a Vaki of brown Vaki, so Vaki of stone, if I can say so. And I think that's all. So also the fact that you can launch some Keerakh launcher with his mouth. And I think that's all for the front. Yeah, of course, we've got some logo right here and there. Some ad for the second movie. Then the two position I've explained earlier, right here. But I will show this in the review, of course. And then the fact that you can put the Vaki inside the canister. So really nothing interesting or really important. And then, of course, the canister lid. This time it's in trans blue, like his eyes. And as you can see, you can kind of put some Keerakh right here because it has the same circle shape. But as you will see just now, it doesn't hold at all. So it just falls, and that's all. So nothing to done. And as you can see, there are also some holes which are the same as the Washi. So I think they use the same top, but just change some parts maybe, or just add some plastic parts on it, some molds. Anyway, and here you can see the Unity to Destiny logo, which was also from the Wakshis. But as you can see this time, the canister is not upside down. And I think that's all for the canister. We're just gonna go and continue with the instruction booklet. So yeah, I'm doing this very quickly because it's all the same. So yeah, you've got 6 pictures of Ultrametru, which is taken from their 3D animation, which was included in the mini CD-ROM from their canister. Remember, in some Ultrametru you got some mini CD-ROM, and then inside you got some little game and some 3D animation. And then we got the combiner model, which is not, of course, a Keita. It disappeared in 2003. The Keita, I mean, the combiner still says. So we can make this with the blue, brown, and white one. So like a giant spider again. So Lego really like the spiders because they release this as a set, as a Bionicle or system set every time. Also in terms of combiner, excuse me. Some pictures of, or if I can say so, all 6 pictures of the Vaki. And then some ad for the Matter ones, or the Metron, because they are the Matter of Metron. We remember 2004 explains the adventure of Metron with the when the Churaga of Metron were Toa. So the Toa Metru, right here, and then some ad, of course, for the second movie. And I think that's quite all. Of course, there are also a Keerakh card, which is this one, with I think this is Zadakh. And if you open this like that, you have some code for the Bionicle website. Or at least you get some code because, of course, it's not useful anymore in the website because they changed this to Biocode and to my Lego network. So it's kind of have 6 years of late, so you can't really use this now. But still, and that's all. There are no little comic or stuff like that, or no poster at all. Anyway, so we're just gonna go on, and I'm gonna explain how you build Vaki with big blocks of part, of course, and not every part to make this faster. So of course the color scheme, this is the lower part of the body, yes. So of course the color scheme is some dark brown, okay, not very dark brown because the Metru brown, which was released in 2004 as part of the new colors, is really not as dark as the first bronze, the older bronze. So anyway, just the we're gonna call this the Metro bronze, the Metro bronze. Yeah, so you got the new pelvis part right here with two ball joints to link the legs. So it's kind of the same it's kind of like the Metro one, but just with the ball joint, because apart from that, the shape is completely different, as you can see. Then we have the legs with some simple double connector without any knee cover or stuff like that. Then the new vacky legs, which will be very useful later, because it will be really used tons of time, and it's a nice part anyway. So it's I think that's correct. They use this really tons of time. And then you've got some old school parts, because this is the older feet piece, as you can see, older foot, because I just show one of them. But of course, the two legs are the same. And then to link this lower part to all the body parts, you've got this piece, as you can see, which is taken from the worksheet. But this one in the worksheet, it was in the old dark way, so it's just a color change anyway, and it's linked with through the pelvis with this little axle hole. So this is the lower part in which we're gonna put the gear system. So really simple, it's exactly like the worksheet one, you can see. And then we're gonna put the middle part of the body, which is this one, and which is made, as you can see, with some Maltawan body parts, so which was used with the Maltawan of 2003. You can see right here. And of course, with the little axle hole right there, we're gonna put the arms, which are really simple: one connector, one older arm, which is cut off old anyway, of course, and then the staff, which is the only part which change within the vacky. So anyway, as you can see, there are also this time two axles on this part. This is the only staff, I think, which got two axles if you want to put this in this side, for example. So it's kind of nice, nice plus anyway. And of course, you got two of them for each arm. There you go. And I think that's all. So yeah, we're gonna just put this thanks to this little tan part right here. And yes, as you can see, the gimmick works right now. And then the upper part of the body, which is a new part also in a dark, in a Metro brown, which is kind of a unique part. As you can see, there's also a connector molded into this piece to put the head after. So we're just gonna put this again thanks to this little tan parts inside, and this will link the upper part to the lower part of the body with just one little axle. And here we go. Then we're just gonna have to add the head part. So it's made of three pieces, excuse me. So first of all, you got the eye and mouth piece, you can see, which is in a trans blue clear. Yes, trans blue anyway. Then we got the disc launcher part right here in silver. So we just have to put this in the hole. And then we've got the head itself, like that, which also we got a nice design. And then we're just gonna put this in this, and then link these two parts, and finally link the head itself to I think it's to the blue parts. Et voila. Excuse me for this little French part. And then we're gonna just put this ball joint into this connector, and I think that will be all right here. And of course, the canonical disc itself with the Metro's logo. And that's all. The vacky is finished. So yeah, the articulation part right now. So of course you have the gimmick, which is nice because it's got a long range of attack, as you can see right here. But the arms, on the contrary, are really limited because it's just on one ball joint, so you can do stuff like that right here. And also you got So this is for the arm. For the head, you can put this on the, you can make it look up because of course these parts block everything, but you can still make it look on the side and on down, so it's kind of nice. And then you have the legs, which are the more articulated part of the set, because you can turn this, of course, in this position, because of course it got swivel jump, so you can turn this like that. Then this axis like that, all the way down, because there are no knee or stuff, knee cover or stuff like that to block the movement. And then the foot itself, which can move like this. So yeah, that's quite all for this Vaki. And so you can make some very nice and aggressive poses like that, for example. Anyway, it looks cool. And of course, you have the four-leg mode or spider mode. And in this mode, you just have to change the part, the direction of the part. So you just have to turn them in some way to do 4 legs. For example, like this. And here we go. And I think that's all. So yeah, I talk about the second function, the application, the build of the Vaki. So I think, yeah, we have seen much of him. So I'm just gonna pass and then show you the next Vaki, which is the ice one, the white one. And so this one is called Keerakh, and of course the background has changed. So as you can see, it's clearly have changed because on this one you have really, a brown sky background, and on this one you have some icy blue, white, light blue background. So it's really nice. Also the Colosseum changed side because white was here, and then on this side you have some, of course, some ice and stuff like that. So very nice. So it's all the same. Of course, the canister this time is in light blue, like his eyes, and that's quite all. Yeah, so that's all for the canister. And yes, I'm just going to show you the instruction booklet, but really quickly because it does not bring any new stuff. So there it is, and you will find the same thing, and the fact also there is the same combiner, so it's not a different one. And also you can see there is the final step on this instruction booklet, because of course you need the 3 instruction booklet to build the combiner model. Then you have all 6 Vaki right here. Then you have the 2 combiner in each really just 1 pictures by combiner, so it's kind of nice, and they still show you in a little shape the 3 Vaki you need. Then some Titans add and some Toametru add, and Metruan add and movie add, so tons of add. It shows you clearly all the set releases here apart from the Lycan Canelo set, which I think was released as part of a special edition set, so this is why it's not shown on the instruction booklet, because you may know the special editions are not often shown on the instruction booklet. But anyway, here is the Kanoka card of Keerakh. So yeah, here it's open, it's the same, and this time it's white, the color right here, and that's all I think. Yeah, I did not mention, but it's got the staff of suggestion, this one, so excuse me. And then, yeah, finally, Keerakh. So I'm gonna really, do this quickly because this is the same frame. And as you can see, it's white, new dark gray, and light blue, of course. So the only parts piece which change are the staff, which is the staff of confusion, and which looks like kind of a saw, as you can see with this little pass. It's a very nice pass, in my opinion, so I really like this one particularly, but I think many of the staff of the Vaki staff are really nice, even if I didn't see them in tons of mock, because sometimes I go on Brick Shelf and I look for some Bionicle mock, but yeah, I do not have seen so much of them, but still there are new parts in my opinion, so yeah. And of course the Keerakh, which got a different logo, as you can see right here. This is the Kometsu logo with some towers of knowledge. And I think that's also, of course, it's got all the same articulation, also the same drawbacks, and you can also make him in his four-legged mode. So I'm just gonna do a little turn around before that. And that's quite all. So just gonna put this like that, turn the parts, and here we go. It's in his four-legged mode. Right here. And I think that will conclude my review. So I'm just gonna because this is the last review I record, not the last one I upload, but I think it will also be. I'm gonna show you all the Vaki, so with a little group picture, and then I'm gonna do a little sum up because I'm not really gonna do a conclusion with these two Vaki because they are the same. They are all the same, so I can do a conclusion on the 6th. So yeah, you've got the two one I reviewed in this video. So Keerakh, and I think it's called Zadakh. Okay. So the white, it's more cool when they look down because you can clearly see the eyes. So yeah, there's two ones. There are the red one, and I do not remember their name, but anyway, and the green one. And then we're gonna go have some blue and black one. So I'm gonna put this like that maybe. Oh. So yeah, here we go. So I'm just gonna do some aerial view. So up views. It is all the 6 Vaki, as you can see. Blue, red, white, brown, green, and black one. And that's also as part of my little sum up. I'm just gonna repeat what I've already said in my personal review of the Vaki. I think that the overall design is really nice. They bring with them some interesting new parts, like for example the pelvis part and the legs part. Also, the head parts is got a nice design and is also a nice, nice part, and especially the head itself. And yeah, so the other thing is good. The collectible works nice, or the projectible. And apart from that, the drawbacks are the fact that they are kind of limited on some articulation. So, for example, the arms, which just got one ball joint, the head cannot look up. Also, they're really simple, so it's okay because the design is nice, but still it's really simple, and they reused all parts. I do not have any problem with reusing all parts, but as you can see, because they reuse this all the arms, all the arms, you just have one ball joint. But anyway, so nothing, no really revolutionary building stuff anyway, or building techniques, because it's kind of a little combo between some worksheet for the body and some geometry for the parts. So it's kind of like that, but yeah. And of course, one of the drawbacks is the fact that they're all the same, so the clone syndrome again. So I think that's quite all. So yeah, nice design. Yeah, I think the Vaki are nice, but are easily forgettable because they does not have really a strong storyline. Of course, it's an army of them because they are just robots, so it does not have any personalities at all. And of course, there are tons of them. In the movies, I really use less. That's really a shame because when I got my first Vaki, which was the ice one, I really think he looks cool and really a nice warrior. But in the movies, they really were bad. So this is why also I don't really like the second movie anyway. But apart from that, yes, they are easily forgettable, but they have still got a strong design, in my opinion. Really simple, but yet really effective, because you can really do some nice pose with the legs, which can allow the legs. And apart, yeah, for with the arms part, which is not really very well articulated, it's all good in my opinion. So yeah, I think you can at least try to get one, because it's really nice and it's still okay nowadays, in my opinion. And yeah, I think that's all. But again, there is no better than other Vaki, because there are no Vaki which better than other one, because in objective way, of course, because they're all the same. So it's all up to you. Again, you're gonna choose the color you prefer, the stuff you prefer, maybe the logo disc you prefer, and that's all. Because apart from that, it's the same part, it's the same build. So yeah. So I think that's all for my Vaki reviews. I hope you enjoyed them, or enjoy this one especially also. And so see you later for another Bionicle video review. Bye bye!